So can you make this so I can share this?
Yes.
Do this. Just
I'm not sure.
What?
I think they're, it sounds like they're trying.
Spanish captions.
That would be great.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's more of us than you. That I'm a little worried about.
It's just our committee.
Which one are you?
I'm Carrie Chaplin.
Oh, okay. And you're from?
I am the county appointed to the board.
Oh, good friend of John's.
Great.
I'm Marty.
I'm Marty. Nice to meet you.
Carrie?
Carrie.
Carrie.
So just I mean, if no one participates, which is possible, we can just run this as like a presentation that we save on YouTube and use for outreach. And maybe people would prefer that is to get the video, YouTube video from us. Like, here's the explanation, and you can send in your budget survey answers out. So we actually have to do that, not for a budget town hall, but I think for a COVID town hall last year on vaccine, no one came, but we just recorded it and then used that in our outreach. Like, here's the information on vaccines. So standard backup plan, just FYI, in case we don't get questions.
Is there no one on the call?
There, no one external. It's all internal.
So we'll be presenting as if we're presenting to YouTube.
Yeah.
To the
All
video.
right, I'll look at the camera.
Yeah, look at the camera. No, this is what the people see.
Yeah.
is-
All right, I will look at the camera. It doesn't matter.
Well, we have people here in the audience, so we should be respectful of their time.
And the captioners and interpreters who I can see are doing a great job.
So we can start anytime.
Okay, so I'll just start talking about it. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
let's turn it
interested-
over to Carla really quickly for, she can just explain interpretation and then we'll all have to select.
Okay.
Hello,
Alright,
good
Carla.
afternoon. Yes. Hi, this is a bilingual message and it will be repeated in English. Hola, este es un mensaje bilingüe que será repetido en inglés. Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Carla Martens. Para facilitar el acceso lingüístico, estaremos proporcionando interpretación simultánea entre inglés y español para la reunión de hoy. Si usted es bilingüe, no tiene que presionar nada. Si no es bilingüe en inglés y español, deberá elegir el idioma en el que desea escuchar la reunión. Si nos acompaña a través de su computadora o laptop, por favor busque el icono de globo en la parte inferior derecha de la pantalla que dice interpretación. Dele clic ahí y seleccione español. Si nos acompaña a través de la aplicación de Zoom en su teléfono, iPad o dispositivo similar, busque el menú de 3 puntos en la parte derecha de la pantalla, dele clic ahí, seleccione interpretación de idiomas, elija español y después Done o finalizar. Recordamos por último a los oradores que por favor hablen uno a la vez y a un paso moderado. Muchas gracias. Good afternoon. My name is Carla Martins. In order to provide language access, we'll be providing simultaneous interpretation between English and Spanish for today's meeting. If you're bilingual, you do not have to press anything. If you're not bilingual in English and Spanish, please select the language you wish to hear this meeting in. If you're joining us via a computer or laptop, look for the globe icon at the bottom right side of the screen that says interpretation. Click on that and select English. If you're joining us via the Zoom app on your phone or similar device, look for the 3-dot menu on the right side of the screen. Click on that, select language interpretation, select English, and then done. Lastly, we just want to remind folks to please speak one at a time and at a moderate pace. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Carrie Topliff, and I'm a member of the Isla Vista Community Services District Board and the chair of our Finance Committee. And we are here today to have a budget town hall and get your input about how you would like us to spend your money in the upcoming fiscal year that starts on July 1st, 2022. So we are in the community center right now. Sydney Kasler, our community engagement director, has organized and publicized this meeting. And we're happy to have her here today, as well as Spencer Brandt, who's sitting to my right, who is both our board president and a member of the finance committee. Jay Freeman, another board member, has just left the room, but he was here getting all our technology set up. We're certainly very grateful for all the effort that he does to keep us all connected despite some of the challenges at times. Ethan Bertrand, who is also a member of the finance committee, just entered and is sitting at the table here with us. And our board member, Catherine Flaherty, is on Zoom watching from a remote location where she may be trying to do her homework at the same time. So Jonathan Abboud will be telling us a lot about where we get our money, what our historical budget looks like. And today in the room also is Maya Mashhad de la Reza, who is our Community Spaces Program Manager and who has done so much to bring life into this wonderful community center where we are located right now. So we are here and we are ready to get started.
I also just want to notice Fiona is our mobility outreach coordinator. who's
Well,
here with
I'm
us
so
as well.
sorry not to also
Well,
introduce Fiona.
No worries.
Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
And we would like to remind you of our vision for Isla Vista. And our vision is that we have a voice for Isla Vista by Isla Vista, and we together build the community we deserve. Our mission at the Isla Vista Community Services District is to improve the resources available to the community, ensure a high quality of life and level of public safety, and provide a local voice to the people of Isla Vista. The district will work to prioritize community engagement as it delivers localized public services and maximizes the resource available to the community. And so now I'm going to turn us over to Jonathan Abboud, our general manager, who will talk to us about the nitty-gritty of our current budget.
Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Director Topliff, and our Chair of Finance. Why is the next page not going? There we go. So the IV Community Services District is a local government here in Isla Vista that is the border contains the box of Isla Vista, bordered by El Colegio, Camino Mallorca, the University of California, Santa Barbara, and the Pacific Ocean. We're a local government, so we do collect taxes to fund our services and our operations. The people of Isla Vista voted for Measure R 2018 in June 2018 to approve a utility users tax, and that's our main way we raise revenue. This year, it's estimating to be around $1,050,000 for the utility users tax. We also have a partnership with UC Santa Barbara. Oh, and just to reiterate, on the utility users tax, residents and property owners in Isla Vista pay 8% on water, electricity, gas, trash, and sewage bills, and those are the 5 utilities that make up the utility user tax. UC Santa Barbara agreed in 2015 to a $200,000 per year contribution to the district for mutual agreed upon projects. And that's been continuing in this budget. It goes from 2017 to 2024 in the first commitment. And this year we're looking at drawing at least 200,000 up to 300,000 potentially, which is what our balance with them is from previous years. TBD, another revenue source is some of our programs have a fund balance, like a reserve that has carried over from previous years when it didn't get spent. That's not every program, just some of them that have grants or specific funds that are tied to them. And so that's something that does come in at the end of the year once we calculate what is spent. So it's TBD since we don't know yet what revenue we'll get. We do have a couple other sources that are just small and more obscure. For example, we do have an exchange agreement with the County of Santa Barbara for collecting charges to manage the community resource building and then paying the same amount through rent. So it's not included here because it is a pass-through, zeros out. The Isla Vista Community Services District, so that's where we get our funding from, and what we're able to spend our funds on are a few different areas that are authorized under the law by Government Code 61250. That's what gives us our abilities and our authority to support the community of Isla Vista, and so that's set up here, which is public safety, parking, community planning, community programs, public works, lighting, sidewalks, gutters is what that covers, and then rental housing mediation. Those are our program areas. As a local government, we also have inherent ability to have different areas of spending, such as having staff, having outreach and advertisement for these programs. But these are the areas of service that we're able to provide. Ongoing programs, these are some of the things we do right now that we're currently operating. So the first one, the building we're in right now, is the Isla Vista Community Center and the community room. This is a program where we have a program manager. Her name is Maya, and she just started earlier this year, and we work to put on our own programs and help others in the community and groups reserve space to put on their events. So that's one of our big areas. We have a rental housing mediation program. That is a program where we have a mediator brought on to support residents and landlords to resolve disputes between tenants or between landlords and tenants, and also provide education and information about housing in Isla Vista. So that's one where you can be accessed on our website to request a mediation. Isla Vista Compost Collective is a program that we join forces with a student group to launch and to operate. We currently provide pickup services to 130 households in Isla Vista to pick up food waste, and we compost it at different compost pile locations around Isla Vista and use that finished compost to supply things like community gardens. Another one is Isla Vista Beautiful. This is a program where we help maintain the cleanliness and appearance of our community while providing a work experience program for people experiencing homelessness. Residents can use the See-Click Fix app or website to submit graffiti, trash, overgrown shrubs, blockages to the sidewalk or street lights that are out, and our crew will help fix them. We also run the community garden at the University Methodist Church at 692 Community Del Sur, open to all. We have the Isla Vista safety stations that operate on Friday and Saturday nights from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. that provide water, free charging for cell phones, and a safe place to wait for friends or to get an escort home with a CSO. Next, we have worked with the Standing Together to End Sexual Assault to provide a survivor resource center in Isla Vista, where survivors can confidentially and conveniently meet with service providers in IVs that need to travel elsewhere. And last but not least at all is the Interpersonal Violence Investigator, who's a detective at UC Police Department. Her name's Detective Camina Avila, and she provides investigative services to survivors and follow-up and works with them directly to make sure that there's one point of contact and someone who's well-trained in this area, who's looking to help and get a resolution to the case. That's on survivor strengths. So those are the ongoing programs that we're currently running in the Community Services District. We've been thinking about some other programs and been working on some other projects for this coming year. That's what we're looking to hear some ideas about. We've been looking at a parking study. We've been looking at updating Isla Vista's land use and community plan. We've been working on a mobility plan for transportation issues. In Isla Vista, our board has discussed an unarmed response to community issues as a project. We are looking to add additional gardens and compost pile locations, one being potentially at the community center. And we've been working this past year. We hosted community festivals during Halloween and Deltopia, and we're looking to see where that project moves forward. So these are some of our ongoing projects. I'll turn it over to Spencer.
Thank you for that, Jonathan. That's such a great synopsis of all of our programs and our budget outlook for this year. We, as part of this town hall, what we would like to do is hear the community's ideas. The ideas and values of our community members being shared with local government helps improve our decision-making and our programs in a big way. Some of the questions that we have as prompts include, for community center, what are your ideas for community center events or improvements? What are your ideas for improving public safety? What are your ideas for raising awareness of our programs? What are your ideas for beautifying Isla Vista? For strengthening sustainability? For improving public infrastructure? And any other ideas that you might have. So I know that that's a lot. I figured it would be good to read them out for the record. And one way that you can get in touch with us, a couple ways, include on social media. We are on Instagram at Isla Vista CSD, Facebook at IVCSD. Our phone number is listed on the slide, as well as our website, ilavistacsd.ca.gov. So with that, I think, I'm sorry. If you have not filled out the budget priorities survey, you can still do that. That link is a Google form link that is listed on our website. You can go to what we are up to and go down to the budget process for 21-22 and navigate to that survey. That feedback helps the board prioritize different funding for our programs, as well as ways that we can improve the service delivery. So with that, that's the end of our presentation.
Do we have material from the surveys we've collected so far that we might want to?
And I'm happy to read
Share
some of that
with-
out. Yeah, absolutely. I can kind of run through what was the first one, community center and events. So some of the feedback, just high level feedback that we've heard, people really love the yoga classes and the dance classes that are already available. There was a lot of feedback for free movie nights, cooking classes, art installations, poetry reading, wellness and mindfulness events, volunteer opportunities, and there was a lot, a common thread was community building, just ways to meet people. We kind of threw up some ideas up there for like networking opportunities, having a farmer's market, what else is up there, but open mic nights, so lots of really great ideas for the community center. Was to have more CSO centers available. People wanted more outdoor lighting for safety, safer bike paths, more security officers, a lot about more lighting. That was kind of more safety button stops. fewer cars, more lights. And yeah, lighting was, and more sidewalks. Lighting was a big one though. Raising awareness of our programs. When asked, how people typically hear about us, the main response was social media. Some people hear word of mouth, but the majority was actually Instagram or flyers in the community. Some heard from friends, or Reddit flyers. But yeah, Instagram was the most popular response for raising awareness of our programs. Kind of beautifying. A lot of people wanted the vandalism and the trash to be addressed. That was a big one. One of the suggestions that we heard was more trash cans, like public trash available, with more frequent attendance for those. That was something also in the strengthening sustainability. One second. For strengthening sustainability, we heard things like bike maintenance stations throughout Isla Vista, more public trash cans, like I said, with more frequent attendance, community gardens, restoration of public land, hazardous waste disposal drop-off centers, free composting and gardening tools available for the public, more community workshops and educational resources, public bathrooms, safe and sustainable public transit, public water bottle refill stations, year-round thrift stores for furniture, dumping during move-out week, things like that. And for improving the public infrastructure, again, the one that I heard the most is lighting. But let me put that up and see. Lighting, graffiti. Yeah, those are the main feedback that we heard. Yeah, but we've had over 90 responses so far on the survey.
Oh, that's very good.
Well, thank you for sharing that feedback. I think those are all really great ideas. And for anyone either that's on Zoom or in here in person that wants to speak to any of those potential questions and has any ideas, we'd love to hear from you. Marty, go ahead.
Oh, I was just, you just mentioned the thrift store, which I hadn't thought of at all. But, the Coffee Collab has now been taken over by Eco Vista organization. And they had a donation, so they were able to rent it out for a number of months, I think up to a year. And they're doing thrift, they have kind of a thrift store there, as well as free coffee. And they're also working, they use it as an office to work on their issues. But so that might be an idea, maybe teaming up with them or something to think about.
Thank you for that, Marty. It's great feedback. Do we have anything else on Zoom or any other feedback that you think would be good to share?
Nothing on Zoom.
Okay.
All right, well, I guess then we will close the budget town hall. And again, encourage you to reach out in other ways with your good ideas, because we are building our budget for next year now. And we really want to spend money in a way that satisfies the community's needs. So we're very open to your input. Thanks.